Coming up on MCTV. A new store in Monmouth is saving shoppers big bucks, and two alums come back to campus to talk about their travels on the campaign trail. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week. For Cameron Line, I'm Tori Philbin. Are you tired of having to drive all the way to Galesburg or the Quad Cities looking for deals? The new consignment store, Shared Treasures, opened last May on First Avenue in downtown Monmouth.
We sell gently used quality clothing at a percentage of the cost of what it costs retail. So I think everyone can find something here that they can use and save money on it besides.
It was very good, very good. I like it and I'll probably be back, I'm sure.
Besides clothing, toys, and other accessories, the store is selling items made locally.
No, we do have a crafter showcase. We have crafts from local folks here in this area that make handcrafted items and offer them for sale here too.
Shared Treasures is open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to 4. For more information about the store, you can call 309-734-0009.
Most artists hang up their work where people can come and see it, but for senior art major Connor Shields, he would rather bring his art to the people.
Monday, September 17th, Monmouth students and staff woke to surprise in the quad. Several slabs of concrete had been arranged behind the Stockdale Center. Few knew who had done it or why, but it was Connor Shields.
I don't want people to think that I'm trying to make like some super politically charged art that's about like tearing down the establishment or whatever, because I could care less. I just really like creating art and seeing others make it, and I just want to try to like facilitate an environment where we can do that without having to worry about trouble.
The day after he installed the piece, maintenance had difficulty mowing around it. They asked Shields art professor Stacy Lotes if she knew who it was. She told them she did, but didn't want to give away his identity.
Part of that was because I knew how important it was to Connor that nobody really know where they came from or who made them, because he really wanted the whole thing to be a surprise. And so even though when I was having the conversation about who put them there with another office from campus, I didn't want to identify him and kind of ruin it. Well, the surprise was already over because the pieces had already been out there for 2 days. But it just seemed like the right thing that I shouldn't identify him, even though I knew he wasn't going to get in trouble if I identified him. But I knew that was part of his piece, too, was that they kind of be a mystery.
Besides seeing his work in the space, Shields wanted to test administration's trust in students to express themselves. He was told it would have to be taken down because of safety issues. Shields acknowledges he broke some trust barriers himself by not asking permission, but he feels that art can serve a greater purpose when it takes you by surprise. Everybody
sort of came up with their own speculation as to what it could be. Some people thought it was for like a survival game that I guess people were playing that weekend. Some people thought it was like party leftovers, like, you know, some like drunken idiots had dragged it onto the quad. And some people thought it was art, which was right. So it was just cool to give people something and not explain it and let them make up their own meaning and sort of enrich their lives that way.
Shields moved the pieces back behind the garden house where he lives, and they remain stationed there.
Last Thursday, two alumni returned to campus with a message of encouraging political engagement. 2010 graduates Rachel Bold and Emily Karen both spoke about their experiences working on political campaigns. Karen has worked as a field organizer for the Iowa Democratic Party and is now a volunteer in the Obama for America campaign. Bold is currently working as a campaign manager for a Republican state Senate campaign. Both alumni spoke on how their time at Monmouth prepared them for their careers.
I was brought in to work on this campaign. And politics are such an integral part of American life. I mean, understanding issues, voting is such an important part of the American experience, you know, of being a person on a college campus anywhere. So as a student, you should develop a love of that, an interest in that early, and, you know, make it a part of who you are as you're developing who you are as a citizen.
The The next election engagement project event is next Tuesday evening with Professor Joanne Gotti, speaking on how news networks will call the election before all the returns are in. His lecture will be in the electronic classroom in the library at 7.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. Students looking to sharpen their leadership skills will want to go to Leadership Uncovered, 8 o'clock tonight in the Highlander Room. Thursday at 2 and 7 p.m., Latino Heritage Month guest speaker Maestro Solar will be speaking and performing his music in the Dahl Chapel. And the Thursday after fall break in Dahl, there will be a presentation entitled Dying to Belong, The Danger of Hazing, Alcohol Abuse, and Sexual Assault, brought to you by SIGEP.
Coming up in sports, the Monmouth College Fighting Scots welcome St. Norbert during Family Weekend. We'll take a closer look after the break.
Oh my God!
Last Saturday, the Scots welcomed St. Norbert to town in what has been the Midwest Conference's most storied rivalry. Saturday marked Family Weekend as well as Monmouth's first home game of the season. After a slow start with no score in the first, the Scots took 3 Monmouth touchdowns and 1 field goal in the third that blew the game wide open. The Fighting Scots came on top 31-9. This week, the Monmouth travels to Grinnell to face the Pioneers. The Scots will return home a week from Saturday, taking on the Lake Forest during homecoming week. The Monmouth College's women's soccer team brought a W home last Saturday against Cornell College. In the first period, sophomore Lauren Kellen put the Scots on the board using a slide kick to maneuver this shot into the net. At the half, Monmouth led 3-1. In the second period, Cornell managed to sneak in 1 goal, but the Scots amped up their defense. Samantha Barenko blocked several shots, keeping Cornell off the scoreboard the rest of the game. Monmouth added 3 more goals after intermission for a 6-1 victory.
We're really blessed to coach these girls. They give 100%. It was very rewarding to finally come out with a conference victory. We've had a couple of the tough conference games that I think the girls felt a little deprived, and today they came out. We had some really good goals. So overall, it's nice on a beautiful day to enjoy a victory.
Next Saturday, the women's soccer team takes on the Vikings of Lawrence at 11 p.m. Last Saturday afternoon, family and friends watched as Monmouth men's soccer team took on Cornell College. Scots fans were out in forces as Monmouth struggled offensively against Cornell in the first period. After halftime, the Scots ball movement took back the lead with goals scored by Jake Schmecka and freshman Chisabam Nukimbe.
In the second half, I thought we were a lot more creative, and then late in the game, it was still anybody's ball game. But Jake Schmecka had a very nice play on a corner kick to knock one in, and then we got that last one from Chiz to kind of seal the game. So we liked the second half a lot better than the first half, not just because of the goals. We thought we played a lot better, and then of course got 2 goals and got a nice 2-0 win.
Monmouth's men's soccer team will host Lawrence University at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. Another swing at the St. Ambrose Bees just wasn't enough for Fighting Scots JV volleyball team. The Bees were the first to get on the board in game 1 with a quick 2-0 lead, but that didn't keep the Scots down. They fired right back with a few kills from sophomores Quintessa Keating and Abby Clannon, making the score 5-4, with the Bees still leading. The first game would be close, but St. Ambrose came out on top, winning 25-20 over Monmouth. Keating would lead the Scots in kills for the night. The second and third games of the Wednesday night match would be the same outcome as the first. The Fighting Scots would finish with a loss of 0-3 in a 5-game match to St. Ambrose.
We definitely have improved
since our last game against St. Ambrose. They're a good team. They have some good hitters and some good blockers, and I mean, we kind of switched up the lineup a lot these weeks, so I mean, I think it's better than what it was.
It was very positive despite the loss. I think the last time that we played them was probably one of our toughest games of the season. They were mentally not ready, where today they came out mentally ready, showed a lot of improvement from the last time that we played them, so I think we're definitely going in the right direction.
The JV squad takes to the home court again tomorrow night at 7 when they will take on the Chargers of Carl Sandburg College. After beating Augustana, St. John's University, and McAllister College by a total of 73-24, Monmouth's men's water polo looked for a clean sweep for their home invitational against Knox. Monmouth jumped out to an early lead in the first couple periods. This Gabe Baginski goal with 5:45 left in the third gave Monmouth a 7-1 advantage. After a Cameron Weber score at the 5:05 mark, Josh Dunn feeds Frank Wazalewski for this goal, giving Monmouth a commanding 9-1 lead. Soon it was Dunn's turn to feed the net, adding to this squad's advantage. Monmouth coasted to a comfortable victory over Knox 12-2.
We started off a little weak, but in the second and third quarters we were very strong, and I was very proud of how we came out. Came out a little flat at the beginning, but you know, we made some good adjustments, worked our mismatches, and came out strong.
The Crab people head to rival Grinnell on the 22nd and 23rd of October for a Heartland Conference Championship. A victory at Grinnell would ensure the Monmouth water polo team a spot in the national tournament. That's it for sports. Here are your scores for this week.
Procrastination. Are you guilty of it? If so, then stop before you become a wreck.
In what's become an annual tradition, ASAP hosted Dueling Pianos as part of an after-hours monthly event. Dueling pianos are a popular form of entertainment all over the world. Two piano players face each other, and audience members can write the request on a slip of paper and put it on the piano. The performers will play just about anything you can name in a show that is almost always fun and entertaining, which is why it has become an after-hours favorite. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean. ACP's next after-hours monthly event will be in October, and it will be a game show night.
That's it for MCTV this week. I'm David Beidel.
And I'm Tori Philbin. Be sure to tune in 2 weeks for a new edition of MCTV.
And I'm Cameron Line. Remember, you can always find us on the web at monmouthcollege.edu/MCTV. We'll see you next time.